do you do? Welcome everyone to this week's virtual story time with me, Miss Kayla. This week's theme is all about birds. So some poems, stories, a felt board, all about birds. I do not have any announcements, so I'm just going to get right into it. So this felt board is based off of a song by Elizabeth Mitchell, and it's called Little Bird, Little Bird. So, little bird, fly through my window. Little bird, fly through my window. Little bird, fly through my window. Find molasses candy. Then we have chickadee, chickadee, fly through my window. Chickadee, chickadee, fly through my window. Chickadee, chickadee, fly through my window. Find molasses candy. Then we have a cardinal, cardinal, fly through my window. Cardinal, cardinal, fly through my window. Cardinal, cardinal, fly through my window. Find molasses candy. Robin, robin, fly through my window. Robin, robin, fly through my window. Robin, robin, fly through my window. Find molasses candy. And lastly, blue jay, fly through my window. Blue jay, fly through my window. Blue jay, fly through my window. Find molasses candy. And those are my birds on my felt board. So my first book today is about a penguin. So The Penguin Who Wanted to Fly by Catherine Vase, and it's published by Scholastic. So The Penguin Who Wanted to Fly. Flip-Flop sat on his favorite thinking rock and looked up at the sky. I wish I could fly, he said to himself. Flip-Flop stood up. He looked down at his wings and flapped them. Nothing happened. Flip-Flop couldn't fly. That night, Flip-Flop had a dream. He dreamed he was flying. It was so quiet and peaceful up there in the starry sky. The next morning, Flip-Flop had an idea. He would make himself some wings. Can I help? Asked Polar Bear. Flip-Flop climbed on top of Polar Bear and flapped his wings. Flip, flap, flop. Whoops, said Flip-Flop. But it didn't matter. Flip-Flop had another idea. Just the thing, Flip-Flop, said Flip-Flop as he pulled out his special helicopter cap from his dress-up trunk. He spun around and around and around and around, spinning faster and faster until he spun out of control. Ouch! Cried Flip-Flop as he flopped to the ground. I feel very dizzy. That night it snowed. In the morning, Flip-Flop was very excited. He had thought of another idea. He would build an airplane out of snow, a snowplane. Flip-Flop was very pleased with himself as he climbed in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He waited for his snowplane to take off, and waited and waited. Oh dear, Flip-Flop sighed as the sun came out and melted his snowplane. But it didn't matter. Flip-Flop had another idea, a better idea. He got a balloon and tied a piece of string to it. The balloon floated upward, and so did Flip-Flop. "I'm flying," said Flip-Flop excitedly. "I'm really flying." And he was, until pop went the balloon. Flop went Flip-Flop. Poor Flip-Flop. "I'm never going to fly," he cried. Polar Bear gave his friend a hug. "Come with me," he said. Polar Bear gave Flip-Flop a gentle push down their favorite slide. Whoosh! Flip-Flop whizzed down the ice. "Whee! I'm flying!" squealed Flip-Flop. But then, splash! "Help!" cried Flip-Flop as he crashed into the sea. It was very peaceful and quiet down there. Under the sea, there was lots of fish and other floaty things. "Wow," said Flip-Flop. "This is just like flying." Flip-Flop couldn't really fly, but that didn't matter because Flip-Flop could swim. In fact, he could swim quite beautifully. The end. So up next I have a short poem about a bird. And this one's called "I Saw a Little Bird." "I saw a little bird go hop, hop, hop. I told the little bird to stop, stop, stop. I went to the window to say, 'How do you do?' And he wagged his little tail, and away he flew." And that's it for that. I have up next, "Sleepy Bird" by Jeremy Tankard. This is a whole series. If you like this bird, he does all sorts of fun things. And it was published by Scholastic Press. So let's see what Sleepy Bird is into. It was bedtime, but Bird was not ready to go to sleep. His wings wanted to flap. His legs wanted to run. All of him wanted to play. "Whee!" said Bird. "It's party time!" Fox was getting cozy, and he heard Bird coming. "Goodness," said Fox. "That's a lot of noise for bedtime." "I'm not tired," said Bird. "Maybe if you hugged my blankie," said Fox. "It helps me get sleepy." "Blankie schmanky," said Bird. "Let's play." Fox was too sleepy to play, so Bird went to find Beaver. "It's bedtime, Bird," said Beaver. "Bedtime is for babies," said Bird. "How about I read you a story?" said Beaver. "How about you don't?" said Bird. He tapped Beaver on the arm. "Tag, you're it." Bird ran to Rabbit's house, but Beaver didn't follow. "Everybody says it's bedtime," said Bird. "But I'm not tired." "Want to snuggle my stuffed kitty?" asked Rabbit. "A stuffed cat?" said Bird. "Are you trying to give me a nightmare?" Bird went to find Raccoon. "Raccoon," said Bird, "you'll play with me, right?" "It's bedtime," said Raccoon. "I'm going to sing a soft lullaby and drift off to sleep." "But you're nocturnal," said Bird. "Why won't anyone play?" Bird flounced over to Sheep's place. "You know what you need," said Sheep. "New friends?" suggested Bird. "You need to count sheep," said Sheep. "That always helps me fall asleep." "But there's only one of you," shouted Bird. "How can you get sleepy counting to one?" Bird stormed off. If no one would play with him, he would just walk forever. After a little while, his wings drooped, his legs crumpled. "I'm not tired," he cried. "Why should I go to sleep?" Bird's friends heard his cries and came running. Fox covered Bird with his blankie. Beaver read a story. Rabbit tucked his stuffed kitty under Bird's wing. Raccoon sang a quiet song. Sheep counted herself until she got to one more times than she could count. "I am not sleepy," mumbled Bird as his eyes closed. "Finally," said his friends. "I thought he'd never fall asleep," said Fox. They lay down near Bird and slept. Bird rolled over, he opened his eyes, he yawned and stretched. "Hiya," chirped Bird. "Who wants to play?" The end. So for this week's craft, we made little puppets with paper bags. The template I found online, and then we posted it under the events for Storytime, so if you'd like to cut them out and do it yourselves. So my son decided to just use markers, and then we cut it. I traced mine onto some construction paper and then cut it. And I'm pretty sure they work. Yeah. So these are our owls for this week. So to go with our craft, I have one last little song. Or it's more of a poem. 5 little owls on a branch by the shore. A squirrel scampered by, and then there were 4. 4 little owls perched high up in a tree. The wind shook one off, and then there were 3. 3 little owls with nothing fun to do. One got very bored, and then there were 2. 2 little owls just having some fun. A bear came along, and then there was 1. 1 little owl winked at the setting sun, flew into the forest, and then there were none. So that is it for this week's Storytime all about birds. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next week with a whole different theme.